Good morning, everybody. Rick Rowe. There are beautiful churches all over the Arklatex. This one is right there at the top. I'm telling you, look at it. Kings Highway Christian Church, right at the intersection of Line Avenue and Kings Highway, across from Byrd High School. Look at it, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Wouldn't you love to worship in a place like this? Well, they haven't been able to for a long time. But Sunday morning about 10:30, I was right outside there as this whole congregation walked into the new sanctuary singing, "When the Saints Go Marching In." Watch.
Oh, when the saints go marching in.
The saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in. My buddy, I tell you what, that was a moment, Pastor Steve. I tell you what, I don't know that I've ever seen that. It may have never happened before. I think it was a clever idea, very, very wonderful idea, having them march in. So let's explain to the folks who may not know what happened here 4 years ago. I think it's on your phone. There was a thunderstorm. We get plenty of those in town.
Oh, we sure do.
And then at some point during the thunderstorm, this happens. All right, there's a lightning strike, and it looks like almost an explosion on your roof just over the balcony. What happened?
Well, they had a thunderstorm and a lightning strike happened, and we were blessed beyond belief because somebody at Julianne's across the street and on the road happened to see it when it struck.
Okay.
So they immediately called 911, and we had fire trucks here within 10 minutes being up on the roof, breaking it open and getting the fire put out.
So there was a fire in the roof. It was pretty much contained in the roof area, right?
Yeah,
okay.
It broke through into the sanctuary as well.
Okay, that was 4 years ago.
That was 4 years ago in August.
And then, so you haven't worshiped here in 4 years? Help me understand that.
Worshipped here in 4 years. We've had to be, we're blessed to have a family life center across the way, and we have converted that with a more contemporary looking stage and made it a great worship space. And the congregation didn't miss a beat. We went right the Sunday the week that it hit here. That Sunday we were worshiping across in our family life center and just kept on going. And we've been there ever since.
Absolutely. Well, I'm out of time for this segment, but we're going to be here all morning long because there's a great story here. Pan over again, Jeff. I just want you to see this. If you haven't been inside, no doubt, if you live in Shreveport, you've driven by Line Avenue, Kings Highway intersection, but this is beautiful. It's 101 or 2, I'm not sure quite yet. 100 years old this year. The sanctuary is 100 years old this year, and we're going to be telling their story all morning long. We are live, Kings Highway Christian Church, right across from Byrd High School, intersection of Line Avenue and Kings. Coming back to you, my friends. Good morning, everybody.
Never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Good morning, everybody. Rick Rowe. Isn't that beautiful? It's nothing like praise and worship. That's a beautiful song and a beautiful voice. That's Amy Rhodes. She's from the Midwest, but she's lived here in Shreveport for about 9 years now. And this Sunday morning in this beautiful church, check it out, folks, one of the most beautiful sanctuaries in town, Kings Highway Christian Church, right across the street from Byrd High School. We'll be listening to the beautiful voice of Amy Rhodes this Sunday morning. Pastor Steve, I know you had a lightning strike, you've had issues, We had this big, beautiful rededication on Sunday morning, and this is a beautiful place to worship. And Amy's going to be singing for the first time. She's your new praise and worship leader.
Exactly.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
But you're doing some really interesting things with this beautiful sanctuary.
Yes, we're trying to do some new things. We've been around for 100 years, and sometimes you just have to get unstuck and try some new things.
Yes.
So starting this Sunday, this space is going to be used for prayer. So at 9:15 to 9:45, we're going to gather in this historic sanctuary and have an opportunity for prayer, for quiet reflective time, for some led prayer, and for people to just make a connection with God in this beautiful space.
What a great idea. Because for the last 4 years, because you had a lightning strike and a fire, you began to worship in your community life, your family life center. People liked it. They liked worshiping over there, have gotten accustomed to it. So you thought, well, let's use this beautiful old sanctuary in a different way.
That's right. So this will be prayer, and we'll start a new praise and worship service at 11 o'clock over in the Family Life Center. We've got a nice backdrop there. There's a coffee bar, so you can get your coffee as you come in. And we're just trying something new with this praise and worship to give this new opportunity to try to reach more folks in our community so they can see that, this is a historic place with a lot of history, but we're also ready to go into a new area of worship and expressing our relationship with God in some new and exciting ways. And
Amen. There's a new generation out there, and sometimes you've got to repackage the gospel. It's still the gospel. You don't change that.
No.
A little different packaging to appeal to this new generation. That's fantastic. So, again, Kings Highway Christian Church, Sunday morning, 10:30. There she is, praise and worship, Amy Rhodes. We're going to roll out with one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard, The Goodness of God.
All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am.
Brother Brian, you've got me excited. I cannot wait to hear that announcement. I'm on pins and needles. And you know what they couldn't wait for at the Kings Highway Christian Church? A chance to come back in to the sanctuary. Well, they got that chance, this beautiful sanctuary. Sunday morning, I was here, about 10:30 in the morning. The saints came marching in.
When the saints come marching
Boy, they were happy. A lot of happy faces, a lot of smiles, a lot of long-term congregation members. There were folks out there that had been baptized there when they were little, like 70 years ago, because this church has been here 100 years, got married here. I mean, there's a lot of tradition in this beautiful place. And again, Jeff, just pan over, because I want them to see what an absolutely gorgeous sanctuary this is. This beautiful building, again, Kings Highway and Line Avenue, right across the street from Byrd High School. Beautiful, 100 years old. The church goes back to 23, but this building finished in 1925. All right, Pastor Steve, you're back in. Let's show them what happened. There may be people that are unaware of what actually happened. 4 years ago, lightning strike.
Yep, 4 years ago, during a storm, we had lightning strike. You can see there the roof kind of exploded with the lightning strike and caught fire, and so it was burning when the firemen got here, but they were here in less than 10 minutes and got the fire out with really minimum damage to the sanctuary. So we were so blessed by our local firefighters to have their swift response.
I'm reminded of the fire at the Cathedral Notre Dame in Paris and how devastating that was. This would have been a loss if you'd lost this beautiful place. What is interesting, though, is now going to be used in a different way.
That's right. We're trying to move ourselves into the future. We've been here for 100 years, and we want to be here for 100 more. So, the culture's changing. So starting this Sunday, we're doing something new. In this historic sanctuary, we're going to have a prayer service from 9:15 to 9:45. So it'll be a time for silent prayer, a time for some reflective prayer, led prayer, some singing, to really get us in that kind of prayerful attitude. People have really talked about this being a place where they've had an encounter with God and met God, and we want to continue that history and tradition.
Yes.
But we also want to try something new to reach maybe the younger generation, and we're starting a new praise and worship service. We've had a contemporary service here for 20 years or more, but we're starting kind of a praise and worship with a new staff person we've hired, and just kind of trying to change our worship. And we're going to be over in the Family Life Center at 11 o'clock with a new praise and worship service from 11 to 12. And we're really excited about this new opportunity.
So prayer here on Sunday mornings from what?
9:15 to 9:45.
Okay, beautiful. And then you move into the Contemporary Worship Center right across the way.
Right, praise and worship over at the Family Life Center at 11 o'clock.
And sermon after that.
Yeah, you got a sermon with that too.
You are the pastor, right?
That's right. You can't pass up an opportunity to preach.
Although I love praise and worship, I also love hearing the Word of God. So we've got to hear some good preaching. Pastor Steve, way to go. Again, folks, a blessing. By the way, shout out to the Shreveport Fire Department. I'm not sure what units, where they were from, but they responded very, very quickly, Steve, and saved this beautiful place. It would have been a loss to all of us. So a shout out to them. And again, remember, it's still here. It's never going to go away. It's 100 years old and looks as good as gold. There will be a prayer service. So just using this sanctuary in a different way. The gospel being preached here the way it's been preached for 100 years, just repackaged in a little different way. And coming up in our next half hour, you're going to hear the brand new, the voice of an angel, Amy, the new praise and worship leader at Kings Highway Christian Church. There she is. Wave, Amy. All right. Coming back to y'all.